Alright guys, so if you are tired of bringing the deviled eggs or the baked beans to your family gatherings, just stick around because do I have a video for you, as well as two of my friends.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful.
Alright guys, before we jump in here, I totally forgot to do this part, but this is a collab with two of my sweet friends, Tiffany from Our Small Town Life and Kerissa from Kerissa Shaylin. Both will have awesome recipes as well, linked down below. I am going to add macaroni. Now if you're making this to take to a family gathering, obviously you would want an entire box, but this is just for my little family of 6. So we're just going to do half of a box. There we go. We're going to bring these to a boil and then we'll go ahead and get the next step started. Okay. Usually if you want to cook something, you have to turn on the stove. 20 minutes later and my noodles wasn't cooking and I didn't know why. Real life, people. Alright guys, so the noodles are almost finished. I went ahead and went out and took down the rest of our Halloween decorations and put up our turkey. So that meant I had to kind of weed eat the little area it went in and clean up some dead flowers and stuff that the frost has killed. So if you see any grass or, well, that's just me. We got that done. We're gonna go ahead and get the cheese done so that we can get this macaroni finished. Alright, so now you needed shredded cheddar, so buy shredded cheddar to make this. I don't have none, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use this. Now you don't have to use the white Vermont, this is just something I'm doing this time. I usually use just yellow sharp cheddar, but I thought this would be good in it, and it's what I had, so figured we'd use it. When I put the recipe down below, I will put it for an entire, like, pan of it. So it's gonna have like, it'll be a whole pound of macaroni, a whole block of cheese, you know, all that stuff. So it'll be down below, but I'm obviously only making enough for my family because it's not Thanksgiving. So I don't wanna waste a bunch. So let's go ahead and do it. I'll probably do a third of this. A 1/4 of a cup of milk. 2 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. We're just over here pretending that I didn't do that. And then 1 egg. Wasn't wanting to melt, so I did turn it on to low, and just to try to get my cheese to melt, and it is melting up good now. So yeah, it's almost done. Then we'll move it on to the next step. But I just thought I would let you know that sometimes it's not warm enough to melt the cheese, especially if you have to use cubes, homemade cubes like I did. So if you have to turn it back on, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Just make sure that you watch it, because you obviously don't want your cheese to burn. Okay, so it's getting nice and thick now. Now we can go ahead and move on to the next step. Alright guys, so the next step would be to get your pan, whatever pan you want to use, and just grease it just a little bit, especially if you're not using a take and toss, because then if you use a take and toss and then it sticks to the sides a little bit, it's not a big deal, right? You're throwing it away. So make sure you grease it if you're doing a pan that you're going to keep. And then over into this pot, we are going to add our milk and egg mixture. Just give it a quick stir, get it nice and incorporated. The macaroni. And then it's going to go into the pot. Or pan, you know. That's what normal people call them. Now onto the top of this, some Panko crumbs to the top. Alright guys, and then I just drizzled on some melted. I just put on some melted butter on top, and we're going to pop this into the oven. Let it cook about 20 minutes, and then we will check it, make sure it's not getting too brown, and then we'll go from there. But this is what it looks like now. Alright guys, I don't know if you can hear that. Not the pterodactyl in the back, that's not what I was talking about. I let it cook for about 30 minutes, I think, 35. And then I just turned it on broil for just a few minutes. I mean, you want to not leave the stove when you broil something, because it can turn bad very quickly. But I just broiled the breadcrumbs a little bit to brown them up. And there you go. Now it is all done. Alright guys, and that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Definitely give this a try and let me know what you think, because it was a huge hit. I have not made it in a while, and so we forgot how good it actually was. Don't forget to check out Kerissa and Tiffany's channels. They told me what they're going to make, and it's going to be good, y'all. Like, I am pretty excited about both of the recipes. Lily, what killed you? Macaroni. Alright guys, so don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, remember to show grace, be content, and live blessed. Until next time, bye.